Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your love reading for 2020. Now, we're going to cover some tough cards. However, I think you're going to be really surprised by the way that this reading comes together. Okay, so the first card in the spread is the High Priestess, and she happens to be reversed. The High Priestess is all about, identifying with our inner self. The High Priestess is all about listening to our intuition. In fact, she is our intuition. A lot of times when the High Priestess comes into a reading, more often than not, you already know the answer to what you're asking. And that's what she's telling you, to listen to yourself. Now, this card happens to be reversed. So this could indicate, and I'm going to make a reference, God, what is that movie from the 80s? Big Trouble in Little China, and there's a character in it that says his mind and spirit are going north and south. And that's what's happening right now. So this could indicate that you're kind of feeling, a little all over the place, that you're having a hard time feeling settled and you're really not knowing what's true and what's not, and you're not confident, listening to your own voice. The High Priestess is here to say, you know what, it's time for you to put your phone away. It's time for you to turn off the TV and just take center so that you can ground yourself and come back to center. Now, where you're at now in regards to this relationship, and this makes sense when you're dealing with the reversal of the High Priestess, is we have the Eight of Swords. So whenever we are within this space, we're having or dealing with a situation that we just can't seem to make heads or tails out of. We don't know how to get out of this situation. Again, the best thing about wherever you're at in regards to this relationship is that generally when this card comes into your life, the solution is much easier than it appears. However, right now you're having a hard time figuring it out. And I think that's why the High Priestess has come into the picture and has said, hey, you need to take center so that you can figure this thing out. Now, where you're wanting to take this relationship is the Magician. This is all about yes. This is about saying yes. This is about moving forward. This is also an acknowledgement that you have all the tools to, take this anywhere you want to go. You just have to put the pieces together and figure out how to do it. And maybe, figuring it out is where you're at right now. You're trying to figure it out, but you're having a hard time doing it. The Magician's here to guide the way. But also, you need to listen to yourself because your intuition also knows the answer. Now, where your partner's at in regards, or the energy that your partner's bringing into this situation, is the reversal of the Nine of Swords. And I like this card in this position. And it seems actually more often than not, I've been getting it in this position. And that makes me really happy because this has to do with a release of self-blame. This has to do with a release of anxiety. This has to do with forgiveness. This has to do with healing from moving forward from whatever it is that's holding your partner back, okay? Now, where your partner's at in regards to this relationship, and it's interesting, we both have some swords cards here. So you guys are both spending a lot of time thinking about, where you're at with each other. They want to move forward. They want to leave. This is the Six of Swords. I'm not sure if I said that. They want to leave the past in the past, and it's not going to be easy. Whatever it is that you move on from in the Six of Swords is never easy. However, they see, light on the horizon and they want to move forward towards something better. Now, where they're wanting to take this relationship is the reversal of the Five of Pentacles. This indicates some sort of forgiveness. This indicates moving forward. This indicates almost like a recovery from, almost being at your very lowest. This indicates everything about this reading, screams that, that both of you want to move forward. I think more on your part, you're trying to figure out where your partner is like, okay, I just want to do it. I know it's not going to be easy, but, let's move forward with this. Now, what you need to learn to make this relationship successful is the energy of the Seven of Wands. You don't always have to have your walls up. You don't always have to feel like you're fighting for something. You can relax and let these walls down. And I think that, that's what your partner wants to see from you. They want to see some sort of vulnerability. I think that, this is also lending to, the reversal of the High Priestess. There's a high emphasis on you needing to take pause so that you can center and regroup so you can move forward. Now, what your partner needs to learn to make this relationship successful is the Five of Cups, which is another difficult card. They're holding on to some sort of pain. They feel some sort of loss that they're holding on to. They need to process and move forward. Now, what connects you is the Lovers. So, there's an acknowledgement of this intense connection that you guys share with one another. I think that also, this indicates that, once you came together, this indicates the life change that, happened when you two came together. Now, the outcome is the World, and I think that this is really the most important part of this reading, and I want you to hold on to it because we're dealing with some heavy stuff, and that's okay. But the good news is that in the World, whatever you are going through right now, whatever lessons or cycles, they won't be repeated in the future, and things will finally be able to come full circle. You just have to get through this stuff and figure out a way to put things together. The Magician's going to help you, and your partner wants to move forward too. You just have to put the pieces together. So, with that said, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. Please like my video, and for those of you who are already subscribed, welcome back. All right, bye.